Okay, so now we're looking at n equals 1. So imagine it says the roots of the equation z to the 4 equals 1 are 1 omega, omega squared, and omega cubed. By factorizing z to the 4 minus 1, or otherwise deduce that this equals 0. So look, I mean, I don't think we would know how to factorize that straight off, but we do know from the previous part that, or part A, this times this equals omega cubed minus 1. Now, it's not unreasonable to see the pattern here, I think. Well, not that unreasonable. That maybe then consider omega minus 1 times this. Now, when we multiply omega minus 1 times this, we get a bit like how this times this gave us this. This is going to give me omega to the 4 plus omega cubed plus omega squared plus omega minus omega cubed minus omega squared minus omega minus 1, which is omega to the 4 minus 1. And as omega, very exact same as this, this part A, it said as omega is a root of z to the 4 equals 1, omega to the 4 minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, omega minus 1 times omega cubed plus omega squared plus omega plus 1 has to equal 0. And as same again, guys, very same as this, as omega is not equal to 1, omega is not equal to 1 because the root, the 4 roots, one of them is 1. So this one is not equal to 1. So as omega is not equal to 1, this has to equal 0, because if this was the only way this can be 0, the only way the whole thing can be 0 is if this part can be 0, because omega is not 1, hence this won't be 0. So as omega is not equal to 1, omega cubed plus omega squared plus omega plus 1 equals 0. Done.